see you.
And continue to follow breaking news here, continuing coverage of the capture of TJ Lane. We told you last night the Chardon school shooter escaped from the Allen Oakwood Correctional Facility out in Lima. Right now, prison officials are holding a news conference. Let's listen in.
The third has been apprehended in Lima by the Iowa State Patrol at approximately 1:20 p.m. or a.m. without incident. Inmate Lane escaped from the Allen Oakwood Correctional Institution on Thursday, September 12th. Inmate Lane has been returned to the Allen Correctional Institution and criminal and administrative investigations are ongoing. Let me correct this. The statement should be that he escaped on the 11th of September and he's back in our custody on the 12th. The search for inmate Clifford Opperman continues. On behalf of DRNC, myself being the warden and the staff, I would personally like to thank the Ohio State Patrol, Allen County Sheriff's Office, the Lima Police Department, U.S. Marshals, Northwest Ohio Fugitive Task Force, and the FBI for the coordinated assistance provided in apprehending inmate Lane, and members of the public who have provided valuable information throughout the course of the incident.
Can you say where he was captured, what he was doing?
I cannot tell you what he was doing, but I can tell you he was captured just about 100 yards, 100 feet from our institution, our main perimeter fence.
Sir, did he have there were reports that he had a pitchfork?
I cannot confirm that. You know, this matter is under investigation, and as the facts become apparent to us through our investigative process, we'll be giving more information as it comes about.
How'd they get out?
That is under investigation right now, but obviously they did, you know, he did scale our perimeter fence, and again, this is an ongoing investigation.
What about the third person? Was there a third person? Where was that person caught?
The third person, Mr. Bruce was apprehended not too far from the property, right near the church off of Blue Lick Road. And because of the immediate response of the OSP and the Sheriff's Department, the Lima Police Department as well, we were able to quickly secure a perimeter, and we were able to apprehend him without incident.
Did you say anything about the car that was found? The car?
Don't know anything about a car, ma'am.
Anybody helping them or anything?
Don't know anything about that, ma'am. This matter, again, let me say, is under investigation. As more facts become apparent, we will make that available to you.
Is the fence near ribbon wire, razor wire?
Again, this matter is under investigation. At this time, we'll turn this over to the Iowa State Patrol.
And can you clarify how far he was from that fence? 100 yards or 100 feet?
I would say about 100 yards away from our main perimeter fence, just across the street.
How many other escapes has this facility had in its existence?
I don't have that information available to me. I'll have that information researched for you, and I'll get back with you on
Was he brought back in a Lima City police car?
I cannot answer that for you. I can't tell you he was brought back without incident. He was seen by medical staff, and he is now in the custody of our main campus over here at Allen Oakwood Correctional Institution.
Maximum security facility?
Can you at least...
No, it is not. It's a minimum institution.
So he didn't put up a fight at all?
That is my understanding. He was taken into custody without incident.
Do you know if the inmates were working together to get out?
Or can you step closer to the mic?
Again, this matter is under investigation. We're going to be looking at all of our surveillance information when we get a chance, and we'll be able to provide that information at a later date and time.
Did Mr. Lane make any sort of statement when he was captured?
He never made any comment at all. I personally saw him. He never said anything at all.
Was he wearing his prison attire?
That is under investigation. Again, we will get back with you with the information as it becomes available.
Were they outside in the yard when this happened, or were they inside and were able to escape?
Again, I'm going to turn it over to the state trooper at this time.
Basically, what we did, we deployed our aviation section by using we were using our airplane, and we're also using our helicopter with the FLIR, with the infrared. And using those tools right there, that's what helped us and able to, and look at different heat areas and able to apprehend him and able to pin him down. Now, I would have to say that the reason that he didn't get any farther than he was because of the immediate perimeter. With the help of the sheriff's office and the troopers that were in the area, they were able to shut the perimeter down pretty quick. So that's why he wasn't able to get out any further than he did.
What was it that alerted you that he was missing?
Well, I believe it was a call from the institution.
Was there like a count of everyone once they went into their cells?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Well, this was during rec time, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So did somebody actually see him scaling the fence?
I'm not sure about that.
Kevin, can I just ask you, please? We did step to the like even if you can't talk specifics, what do you say to people who say, "How in God's name can this happen? It's TJ Lane. He climbed a fence and got out."
I will say this: we have an active investigation ongoing. And I'm sure and I understand that you want valuable information. I'd like to provide that to you at this time. But unfortunately, we are doing an active investigation to find out exactly what happened.
As warden, generically speaking, your take on the fact that this happened?
Well, obviously, I'm not happy that it's happened. I mean, no warden in my position would like something like this to happen. But the facts are, I'm happy to announce that we have Mr. Lane back in our custody.
Excuse my ignorance, but for somebody like TJ Lane, why would he not be in a maximum security facility?
I think that that's something that we'll have to sit down and take a look at. I mean, obviously you have a lot of questions, but obviously it was determined that Allen Oakwood is the place he was supposed to be at this point in time.
Will he
what are
be
you concerned with of these two that are out? Correct?
No, sir. We are very much concerned with the other offender, Mr. Clifford Opperud, who is still at large.
So is he in some sort of maximum security now? Is it going to be different for him now?
I cannot answer that, ma'am. This is a preliminary investigation. We need to get all the facts to find out what happened.
How does the process work from this point, though? You got the investigation, then is he moved? How does the process work?
Normally what happened is, obviously, there's going to be a lot of information that's going to be exchanged through an investigative process. Obviously, our central office will also ring in on that, and some decisions will be made at that appropriate time. And once that happens, I'm sure that that information will be disseminated out to the media.
How long did it take you to realize he was missing? From the time that he got out to the time you realized that he was missing?
Ma'am, I can't give you the details on that. Again, I hate to sound redundant, but that's why we're going to do an investigative report to find out exactly what happened.
To the trooper, how much manpower did you have out here as far as numbers of people that were searching?
We ended up having to use troopers from different areas. We pulled some troopers from the Wapakoneta post, a few troopers from the Findlay post, some troopers from the Van Wert post, and also, of course, troopers from the Lima post. We had to pull a few just a few here, a few there, because I didn't want them to you can't deplete their area of responsibility. So we were able to maintain coverage there also, while able to pull some people in, and some people came to work early and things like that. So we were able to, get a sizable complement of troopers there at the same time, in order to accommodate this. But we had enough troopers in order to make a nice perimeter, along with the help from the sheriff's office and also with the Lima police and every other agency involved. It was just a huge collaborative effort of all agencies in order to make this happen, and that's why we were successful thus far.
Can you talk about the checkpoints that you had set up? How many did you have? And were you searching every vehicle that was passing by those checkpoints?
No, we weren't searching every vehicle. Most of it was to just keep awareness of what we had. You have to be aware of your surroundings when you have something like that going on, knowing who's coming in, knowing that these people are allowed to be in there, especially around an institution like this. You have to check and see who's there. You look and see who's in the cars and things like that, just to make sure that there wasn't someone in the car that wasn't supposed to be in the car.
How many did you have set up around the area?
Just multiple ones.
With another inmate still out there, will schools be open tomorrow? People have been asking us.
I can't speak on that. Maybe I should refer that to the sheriff.
Captain,
Can you say and spell your name before you leave?
spell your name, please.
Oh, my name is Gary Allen, Gary, Allen.
And your rank?
Captain.
Can you speak to where he was found? And is this your SRT operate? You know, is that
actually, he was apprehended by 2 of our guys of our special response team.
All right, and he was inside of a farmhouse or?
You know, I'm not sure exactly where because we don't, you know, like kind of like the warden said, the investigation's ongoing, and once we get all the details put together, then we'll be able to give you the details as we get it put together. But it's, you know, like I said, it just happened.
But your understanding is it was 2 of your guys who came upon him. Were they out by themselves, or were they in a larger group?
Yeah, well, see what we're doing. It was without going too much into detail. It was more of a skirmish line type situation when they were looking for people, and you know, and when you canvass an area like that, like I said, it was all of us together. When you canvass an area like that, you know, and you're checking every detail, you know, and that's exactly what happened. Is what we wanted to happen. Is what we expected to happen. If he was there, we were going to find him.
Was it the thermal imaging that was the key to finding him?
No, I wouldn't say that was the key to it, but that assisted us greatly in checking just various things there. I mean, you know, because when you have something like that, it could be an animal, you know, for a deer or something like that, for that matter. So that's just a great tool. I mean, just the tools that we use in our aviation section, I mean, that just greatly enhanced the possibility and the probability of locating him.
What will be the level of searching and will the checkpoints go away now, or is everyone still going to stay out in force until Clifford's caught?
Oh no, we're going to keep looking until we catch him. Yeah, we're not done yet.
Did you have tips from locals coming in? Did that help at all?
Yeah, I believe there were tips, and I can't say that was that was necessarily it, because you did get a lot of help. And I would like to reiterate, you know, with him still being out there, we still want people in the area. If you see something strange, we still want you to call 911. We still want you to call the local police, call the sheriff's office, call your local highway patrol post. We still want people to call because those people are definitely our eyes and our ears, and they see the things that we don't see. Yeah. Thanks, Sheriff.
Sheriff, there's a residential area right across the street. Can you just say what you were doing during this first few hours? Were you going door to door? What were you doing to make sure none of those folks were?
Yeah, I mean, part of it to notify the people in the area as to what happened, to search, you know, if they got sheds, garage. So we're making sure that no one was hiding in somebody's garage or shed, and as well as let them be aware of what's going on in case they do see something, you know, somebody flush someone out, to call us immediately. So, you know, we have to rely on the people in the community when something like this happens, so we can have some feedback if they do see something.
Question for the warden. Can I ask one more question? Do you guys? People were saying that they shaved their heads recently, like just a couple days ago. That they all shaved their heads. Is that like changing their appearance or something from their last mugshot?
As far as I can tell you that, and I can only tell you what I saw with Mr. Lane, it did not appear to me that his hair was shaved.
Has he had discipline problems within the prison?
At this time, again, this matter's under investigation. Again, I can assure you, ladies and gentlemen, that we'll be sharing all the investigative information at a later date and time, and we'll go from there.
Warden, there was an inspection report in April that said you guys were 15% over capacity. Do you think that played a role in any way to what happened yesterday?
I don't believe that is the case, sir.
Why not?
I just do not.
How about how long were they missing from the time that they were noticed that they were missing to the time?
I think I was asked that question before. Again, that's one of the things that we will be taking a look at as part of our official investigation. Once that information becomes available, we will be more than willing to share that with you at the appropriate time.
You said he was about 100 feet. You found Lane about 100 feet from the perimeter fence. Can you tell us which side of the prison?
It would be the north side of the prison, right across, for those of you who are familiar with Lima, right across the street from the prison off of Blue Lick.
There's a church right there.
That is correct.
Is that where it was?
Yes.
The left side of the prison. Could you say the name of that street one more time?
Blue Lick Road.
He was outside the church when that incident?
That is correct. That is my understanding when they took him into custody.
What side of the church? On the back?
I do not know, sir. I just know that we were thankful that they took him into custody.
No officers or civilians were injured in this?
To my knowledge, no officers were injured, and he, again, was captured without incident. Thank you.
All right, that is a news conference, live news conference out at the Allenwood Correctional Facility in Lima, where TJ Lane escaped from about 7:40 Thursday evening, captured about 1:20 this morning. The warden saying he was captured about 100 yards from the main perimeter fence there across the street from the prison, and they scaled the perimeter fence. There were 3 convicts that escaped. One of them was caught immediately. TJ Lane caught about 1:20. There's still one more prisoner on the loose, and they are still looking for him. The Ohio State Patrol said the helicopters and airplanes with infrared and thermal imaging played a big role in capturing TJ Lane this evening. Again, he is in custody about 1:20 this morning, taken into custody. He's back in the prison right now. We'll have much more coming up on Good Morning Cleveland at 4:30 this morning, and the latest updates at newsnet5.com. And also follow us on Twitter and Facebook. I'm Chris Flanagan. Now back to regular scheduled programming.